Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
This is the car enthusiast's favorite place to go for all things automotive, the award-winning In Wheel Time car talk show. Houston Auto Show is right around the corner, and RoShelle Salinas gives us the very latest, and we have some updates. We're gonna drag them out of her. Mars has This Week in Auto History, and I'll get you caught up on the stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. Are we excited about the car show? I have to tell you, there was a day. I'm gonna kind of tell you my age. My Houston Auto Show experience dates back to the Astro Hall. Okay. I know that most everybody doesn't even remember what the Astro Hall was.
I don't know if I was even born.
Yeah, shut up,
going
Mars.
to chariots.
Yeah, well, you don't. All right. Never mind that. I take all of that back.
Ben-Hur.
That was the car show. Yeah, they had some really nice looking wheels as an option in the Ben-Hur days.
Spoke things on the spoked wheels.
You're going to tub it out, are you?
It's already kind of a tub, isn't it? Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. So anyway, joining us now. Houston Auto Show, Executive Vice President of everything, our friend RoShelle Salinas. Good morning, RoShelle.
Good morning.
It's good to have you with us today, and we thank you very much for joining us. I know that you probably are you knee deep in car show stuff already, even though it's 2 weeks away.
Absolutely.
I
wouldn't be professional if I wasn't.
Yeah, well, I guess, and even if you were taking the boys to, swim practice or whatever it is this week, you'd still be knee deep in auto show stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
It might be skiing lessons this week.
Skiing, well,
right.
And you know what? Let's hope that it doesn't come down to that. I know that you probably feel the same way that I do. It's like, man, we don't need to be dealing with all of that stuff this week, and especially those folks like you that have little ones. Oh, school's going to be canceled. I've got a car show coming up. What am I going to do now?
Yeah, we actually start moving into the NRG Center on Thursday for the auto show side. The boats start loading in and moving in on Wednesday and Thursday. So it could delay us a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
you may be good on Thursday. Yeah.
Yes, Thursday will be great. But.
Okay, so let's go over the event. So when does the Automotive Show actually open the doors?
Yes, so VIP night is Tuesday, January 28th. So it's the first kickoff of everything, and then open to the general public on Wednesday, January 29th through Sunday, February 2nd. Tickets are $20 online. You can get a family 4-pack for $60, so pretty much gets you one ticket free, as long as you buy those tickets in advance before we open the doors. So get those tickets this week. Don't miss out.
And where do you buy the tickets? Online? Where do you buy?
Online at automotiveshow.com or HoustonAutoShow.com or HoustonBoatShow.com.
Okay. All right. Just to make sure. All right. So the last time we talked to you, which was, I guess, a couple of months ago, you still hadn't had a full bevy of people were kind of hanging out, not sure if they wanted to make a commitment. And I think that you've gotten some more commitments, haven't you?
Yes. We're actually completely sold out of space.
Wow.
For the whole event.
Very good. Very good.
You do hear the applause, don't you?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited. This year we have like 30 different brands represented. It's more than we've had in quite some time. Camp Jeep is back, and so are all the Stellantis brands, and a display and a ride and drive. We have brands returning that we haven't had in many years, including BMW and Infiniti. BMW will also have a ride and drive with all of their EV options. Mini will have a display set up next to them and also have their new EV in the Evolve Houston ride and drive opportunity. So there's going to be so much happening with all the vehicle brands. And, the newest brand, Ineos Grenadier, will also be on display, and that's a first for our show too. So there's a lot of things happening. I mean, I could spend the whole 10-minute interview just listing all the brands that are going to be.
Okay, well, go ahead. Yeah. So where do we find out that information online? Because I can't remember all of that.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions too on which brands are going to be there. So on HoustonAutoShow.com, you'll be able to see the list of all the brands under the attractions and under makes and models that are available. We'll also list, starting on Monday after move-in, we'll list all the vehicles that we see move into the show. And so you can verify if that vehicle is going to be on site, because we go around one by one as those cars load in and add them to our website. So it's all accurate.
Yeah, because, the manufacturers at the last minute say, darn it, we had a problem with this one, couldn't get it down there,
Right.
so we're going to trade this one for that one. They're very close. But,
Right.
yeah, so I know how that works. And it can be frustrating for you as the show person, but for all of us, hey, we're just glad to have it here.
Well, I think you can look at that frustration in two ways. It could be people coming disappointed that something they wanted to see isn't there. And I look at it the opposite, and I'd rather deal with the frustration or the tediousness of updating that website so it's accurate than having to talk to a disappointed attendee to the event. So we really like to keep all that accurate.
Yeah.
And we've added a lot more attractions on there too. So all the extra things that we'll be having, like NASA is bringing 3 space rovers that'll be on display. The Artemis collection of space vehicles that will be going to Mars and the moon. And that'll be the first time all 3 of them will ever have been on display, and possibly the only time you'll actually see all of them at the same time. So that's really cool. We also have the Army is bringing a gaming truck, and so is the Houston Police Department.
Wait a minute. What is a gaming truck?
Well, whoever wants to play video games can go inside this big truck that's been outfitted to play video games in it, and you can go in and test your skills on your video game.
Like
flying drones and stuff.
cops and
probably.
robbers.
Yeah, flying drones and doing.
Or if you lose, you got to do a 4-year stint.
Exactly.
Or drop and give me 20. That kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. Now, I know you got a big party on Tuesday night on the 28th.
That's right.
You call it the VIP night. It started off as, I think, the dealer night, and all the dealers were invited, and husbands and wives got dressed up in their tuxedos, but that's kind of evolved over the years, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. We've expanded it so that we can open to the public. One of the requests we were hearing from people is an adults only night. People come and they don't want to be waiting in line to sit in the driver's seat of a car when a 6-year-old is sitting in the driver's seat. So this is that adults only night, and it's really a deal because it's $75. You're getting valet parking included, open bar, food, entertainment. We actually have brought on Red Bull as one of our sponsors for this year, so they're going to have their big tanker truck that has a DJ in the back of it and the F1 car on display. Coffee with Cars is bringing out some really cool collections of vehicles in the lobby area, and then we're doing a special tribute to Mr. Tony Gullo, who was a car dealer out in the Conroe area and in New Orleans, and he passed away. He was our chairman for 40 plus years, and so we're going to have some of his private collection on display, including the Batmobile, and his very first classic car that he ever purchased. So it's going to be a really special night, and it's just $75.
Super.
Yeah. And you're not going out to any kind of a disco on a Tuesday night.
Disco?
A disco on Tuesday night. And shut up.
You're showing your age again, man.
Shut up. I watched a John Travolta.
I'm sure you did.
I watched John Travolta this morning in a Saturday Night Fever thing. Don't ask me
Is that
why.
how you hurt your back?
That's how I hurt my back. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And I will tell you that it's one of those things that $75 is cheap.
Yeah.
You try to take a date to any disco on a Tuesday night, you're going to pay a lot more than that.
Dude, I can go to a Mexican food restaurant and spend that much in the bar just waiting on food.
Yeah, and for you, it'd be how many tamales could I swallow down tonight?
just telling you.
Yeah, I know how that works.
It's amazing. So are they going to have on the boat side, are they going to have the little fishing area that the kids can fish? And
not the kids fishing area, but they will have the bass tub where the pro fisherman is showing you how to cast in the bass tub. And then they've also added your own casting lessons. So out in the lobby, we'll have some targets for you to cast your fishing rod and perfect your cast with some professional fishermen out there showing you how to do it right.
And do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I can cast a fishing rod.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I've never hooked a person either.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Not even yourself?
So
you haven't tried very hard.
And Subaru generally has adopt a puppy or adopt a cat type thing.
Yes, they will also have pet adoptions too. And then there's tons of activities that are going to be going on the boat side too. Texas Parks and Wildlife will be there. They'll have some games set up for kids. They'll have over 200 different vendors on site for all of their outdoor activities and fishing and hunting trips and that apparel and fishing rods, all of that fun stuff. I mean, it's just going to be jam-packed full of activities this year. I just can't hold in the excitement. I'm really happy about everything that's
that's been a while coming too, because I know that actually from COVID era up to this year, it's been kind of spotty in places.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm just so happy we can say we don't have space for anyone else anymore.
Do you have space for us to come and do our show?
Come on.
Yes, and I've reserved a space in Jeep for you. I'm assuming that's where you want to be again.
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
We
Hopefully
do it
next to one of
there.
the bars, but that's all right.
The bars. Yeah. So I remember back in the day, this was long before the pandemic, that we would go to the press night, which was basically the same as the dealer night, and it was held in one of the rooms upstairs that was jam-packed with people, and now it's down on the show floor.
That's right. We wanted everyone to experience it and not just be in a different part of the building.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's worked out pretty well. And have you got a lot of reservations already for VIP night?
Yeah, things are coming together really good. So I think it'll be a fun night too.
Yeah. And are there discount tickets available anywhere? It used to be.
So you can stop by a local dealership. The dealerships were given free tickets this year to hand out to their customers and people that come into the dealerships. And then we've got the family 4-pack online available before we open to the public at the gate. So you can get a family 4-pack for just $60, and that means you get one ticket free.
So are you moving your office down there, next Thursday?
Yeah, on Thursday we'll move down to NRG Center and we'll start building Camp Jeep, and NASA starts moving in that next weekend, and all kinds of all the cars start loading in on Monday. So it's a action-filled week coming.
Yeah, I'll say because the party's on Tuesday night and everything's all set up by then. Yeah.
Yes, we've got to move in fast. It's a quick 3-day move in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess the next time we see and talk to you will be at the show.
I can't wait to see you guys there.
Well, we can't wait to see
great
you.
interviews.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're looking forward to that. RoShelle Salinas, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You bet.
Thank you,
Thank
too.
you.
All right.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It should be, yeah.
Good stuff.
You going to be there, Mars?
I got to check Yes, I'm going to be there.
Okay, just
Silly.
checking.
I mean, if I'm going to miss something, I'm not going to miss that.
That's not the one to miss.
No.
Okay. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the In-Wheel Time app. Download it to your mobile device as soon as you can, if you haven't already. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts, they're available from your favorite podcast provider, including SiriusXM. And you can find us on our new broadcast partner, Odyssey Radio. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will continue with Jeff's racing calendar.
Yep.
We got Mars Auto History, and I'll have some headlines for you as well. It's all coming up right after this quick break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Thanks so much for joining us here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. This is Saturday morning, and this is our live broadcast on Saturday mornings.
It's the pre-freeze broadcast.
The pre-freeze
broadcast. Texans are playing this afternoon in the frozen tundra of Kansas City, Missouri.
It actually is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be like
it's chilly.
0 below zero or something.
Yeah, it's going to 23 degrees or something like that. Yeah. It's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
And ours is going to be kind of a gradual cool down. It's kind of like after you've cleaned the refrigerator and you turn it back on, it takes it a couple of days to finally get down to where it needs to be.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that it needs to be there, but yeah, we're going to get there regardless.
We're going to be there.
Be
there or be square.
Hey, if you're out and about, we hope that you'll support our sponsors, Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex, Pro-Am Auto Accessories, and Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Be sure and check them out and tell them In-Wheel Time sent you. Time now for the racing calendar, sponsored by Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge. Jeff?
Yeah, we're ending January. We got some stuff coming up in February, meaning NASCAR is going to start February 2nd. That we all know Daytona and all that good stuff, so that's coming up pretty soon. The full schedule of NHRA is out. March 6th is the first NHRA Gator Nationals event for 2025. You've got the Demolition Derby starting out today. Where's it at? It's going to be in Chicago, and then you got one in Georgia.
That's a good place to have it.
Yeah, Chicago Ice Derby, I guess. And, of course, Formula E is coming up in February as well. But a note on Formula One. Now, we all know that Cadillac and the Andretti family has brought a new team into Formula One.
Or there will be.
There will be, yes. And Cadillac is really moving forward. They're going strong. A lot of these drivers that signed their contracts from last year to re-up, they're all going, whoa, wait a minute. I want to go to GM. I want to go to Cadillac. This Hamilton driver that went from Mercedes over to Ferrari.
Your favorite guy.
My favorite guy. He's going, well, nobody asked me. Well, it's because they don't want you.
That's it.
Go away.
Take a hint.
Pick your purse up and leave. So Formula One's going to be coming on board. We're going to see all the action, and there's going to be so much hype for the regular season about Cadillac and Andretti. This whole season, they're not in it yet. It's going to be talked about till nausea.
And by the way, speaking of Andretti, happy birthday this week to AJ Foyt.
Yeah, I saw you posted that.
90, 110?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
190, yeah. Happy birthday, AJ.
Yep. All right, time now for, and I have to apologize to you, Mr. Mars, because somehow, some way, we got hijacked on time last week, and you didn't get to do the auto history. And I personally like auto history, so we've got it all new this week.
Well, that's good, because I got a story for you this
I'll
week.
bet you
I got
do.
a story for
you got
you.
something more than that for me. Slap upside the head.
Yeah, buddy. So this week in auto history, I went down and looked at this first story for a different reason, but I found it intriguing. Because originally the Detroit Auto Show that's going on right now started in 1899. Now, when I started going up there, when I first
It was
went up there,
1898.
it was 2000, yeah. But it was called the North American International Auto Show, which began in 1989. Because I didn't start going up there until like 2001 or so. And I went up there knowing that it was the, what do I call it? The North American International Auto Show. Now, and what they did, they transformed this. They took that in 1989. They went around the world, got all the manufacturers to agree to send their stuff over there to create this international auto show by the Detroit Auto Dealers Association, much like we have the Houston. And so they started it, and it was held at the Cobo Center. And it helped create the idea that Detroit is Motor City. That was one of the things they wanted to do. But however, this January 2025, it goes back to being called the Detroit Auto Show, not the
North American International Auto Show.
Yeah, they're going back to it because COVID kind of killed them and they had some big plans to move it to the summer, make a big city event out of it, parks. I got to see all that on a big diagram thing one time when I was up there, and it looked really impressive, but
it fell flat on its face and nobody went.
That's right. They don't want to go to Detroit in the summer for vacation,
Hey.
what they were counting on.
Yeah, how about you, Jeff?
Yeah,
You're
I've
going to
been
go
to the
back.
Detroit Auto Show in January, many years.
But have you been
in July.
in the summer?
Yeah, I've been in the summer. August. We went a couple years ago. Went to Marquette.
No, the Detroit Auto Show, Jeff, is what we're talking about.
The last time I went to Detroit Auto Show was probably in the late 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the never mind. Go
Anyway,
ahead.
Can you start
reverted
over?
back to the Detroit Auto Show, which I thought was kind of neat. I like it much better. Also this week, in 1954, Nash Kelvinator Corporation merged with the Hudson Motor Car Company to form the American Motors Corporation.
That is one of the ugliest cars that was ever on the face of this earth.
Look at them wide whites.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Dig.
I
At the
like it.
time, this is one of the largest mergers in automotive history at that time. And it was designed to...
They would have been better off if they'd have just named it the Kelvinator Car Company.
it would have matched brand
Garbage disposal.
Match the
refrigerators, washers, dryers. Yeah.
Didn't they make garbage disposal?
So the idea was they wanted to get big enough to compete with General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler. And so they focused on efficiency and innovation, not necessarily styling, but they did create the Rambler.
So ugly.
All right. Then also this week in 1950, this is for you, Jeff.
All right.
The inaugural Formula One World Champion season began.
Ooh,
Now,
be still my heart.
Marking the official start of modern F1 racing. Now, the season was 7 races.
1950, I wouldn't call modern.
Well, it set the
For open wheel.
start, open wheel racing and stuff. That kind of the way they got it set up, because really and truly, they started with 7 races, including 6 Grand Prix events in Europe and the Indianapolis 500. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. And the championship kicked off with the British Grand Prix. They had cars from Alfa Romeo, Maserati, Ferrari, and the guy that won the championship by 3 victories, becoming the first ever F1 world champion.
Was there a Kelvinator entered in that show?
That's what they used to clean the uniforms afterwards. Then, also this week in 2008.
Uh-oh. We're getting current.
Tata Motors of India purchased
That's
Jaguar
so
and Land
wrong.
Rover.
Tata, in my world, that meant something completely different than a car company.
I understand. I looked to see if maybe I was pronouncing it wrong, but apparently not.
Look at those Tatas.
They got it from Ford Motor Company for $2.3 million, made a big deal for Tata Motors, positioning it in a global automotive powerhouse with Jaguar and
Make
Land
sure you position your Tatas correctly.
Yeah, put them on display for us. We want to see the whole lineup.
Is it on a swivel?
So those 2 brands had faced financial challenges under Ford. They didn't get the money from Ford that they thought they needed. So Tata Motors committed to preserving the brand's British heritage while investing in innovation and sustainability.
So you're looking for a big investor.
That's right.
A couple of them.
The deal showcased Tata Motors' ambition and reshaped the global automotive landscape.
Amazing.
This week in automotive history.
Oh, my God. You're going to end it with that?
End it on the Tata.
What's better than ending it with Tata Motors?
I mean, double E's, that's all I can say.
Double E's. That's your shoe size.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
Amazing.
seriously. So you go to some great big huge international car show, and there's the Tata display with all of their makes and models. So you say, look at all those Tatas over there. Well, I mean, that's what you would say, isn't it?
That's what I would say. And then
It's no different than saying, "Oh, look at all the Fords over there, or all the Chevys over there." Well, look at all the Tatas over there.
You carry a lot of single bills in your pocket.
Yeah, and duck when you say it.
Yeah.
Did somebody in the marketing department say,
What's the translation for
There
that?
may be a little problem with that.
I think in India it means something a little different.
What does it mean in India?
I have no idea.
Jeff, let me hear it.
I don't know.
All right. Moving on.
This is our last show, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to be banned, kind of like TikTok, for going over the edge, and we didn't mean to, but it just happened. So please forgive us. Toyota Motor Company unit Hino Motors has agreed to, are you ready for this? $1.6 billion settlement.
Oh, boy.
With U.S. agencies and will plead guilty over excess diesel engine emissions in over 105,000 U.S. vehicles.
Wow.
Now, this is a division of Toyota. I can't believe it. Japanese truck and engine manufacturer Hino charged with fraud in U.S. District Court in Detroit for unlawfully selling 105,000 heavy-duty diesel engines in the United States from 2010 through 2022 that did not meet emission standards. Settlement still must be approved by a U.S. judge, including a criminal penalty of $521.76 million. $442.5 million in civil penalties to U.S. authorities and $236 million to California alone.
Wow.
Wow. All of that just to say, hey, it's no big deal. It belches black smoke. I don't know. Not good. Would y'all get some email?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it from the FCC?
No, just Douglas
fan.
said that every auto show he's ever been to, he's always seen plenty of Tatas there.
Yeah. 'Cause that's like a tit for tat type thing.
Uh-huh.
Next.
Federal Trade Commission is barring GM from sharing data collected from customers' vehicles about their location and driving behavior with consumer reporting agencies for 5 years. Agency said January 16th that GM collected and sold specific geolocation information and details of driving behavior, which can be used to determine insurance rates from millions of consumers without notifying them and obtaining consent.
Wow.
So if you wonder why you're speeding all the time and your insurance rates inexplicably just went up.
Because they followed you.
At issue is a program called Smart Driver, which GM's OnStar Safety and Connectivity Service shut down in April. Quote, respecting our customers' privacy and earning their trust is deeply important to us, end quote. GM said that in a statement after the FTC announced the data sharing ban. Quote, although Smarter Driver was created to promote safer driving behavior, we ended that program due to customer feedback. I can only hear that customer feedback now. GM's use of connected vehicle data came under scrutiny last year after the New York Times reported on insurance companies raising customers' rates based on data obtained from General Motors. Thank you. That's wrong. You drive a General Motors vehicle.
I do.
So
I do.
You have OnStar. You have OnStar on it?
I have OnStar on it, and the subscription has run out because you only get a temporary. You get a
90,
trial,
90 days or something.
And I'm not renewing it. One, I don't think I need it. I've never really used it in any of my cars, and two, I don't want to pay the money.
Well, you've got so much stuff on your phone now that'll help you.
Yeah, you got the CarPlay or car whatever, all that stuff.
First retail production model of the 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 is being auctioned off January 25th to raise money for the American Red Cross and hurricane relief efforts. According to Barrett Jackson, which is hosting the sale in Scottsdale, ZR1, which enters production in the second quarter at GM's Bowling Green assembly plant in Kentucky, will start at $174,995 with shipping when it goes on sale this year. But VIN number 001 is expected to raise far more than that at auction. Anyone who wants it probably will have to outbid Hendrick, the Hendrick Automotive Group CEO, whose Corvette collection includes the initial production model of each mid-engine variant so far. He bought the first electrified Corvette E-Ray for $1.1 million, first C8 Z06 for $3.6 million, and the first C8 Stingray for $3 million. ZR1 will top all of them with the first turbocharged V8 engine ever in a Corvette, which can produce 1,064 horsepower and 828 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, baby!
Why does he need all those cars? He doesn't drive them. They just sit in a museum somewhere. Why?
Well, it's a philanthropic kind of donation, and he's got them now. And down the road, I'm sure after he passes, I'm sure that somebody will either buy the collection or he'll sell them off
because he can.
Yeah,
that's good enough reason for me. All right. All right. Well, thank you. Hey, we'd love to hear from you. It's easy to do. Just shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We will be back with the next segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show right after these soon-to-be messages once I get this off of the screen here, okay? So you're just going to have to bear with me a minute. I've got to get all of this off of the screen because Jeff has pointed out that some sort of AVG thing that keeps popping up, and then he can't take my video.
Oh, I thought maybe you were off looking at things on the internet again.
No.
Yeah, I was trying to research Tata. Here we go.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755.
From the open roads to the open waters, your adventure starts at the Houston Automotive Show at NRG Center. One ticket, two shows. Check out top cars, trucks, sport boats, fishing boats, and more. New designs, new technology, and everything in between. Spectacular experiences, amazing fun. There's something for everyone. Get your friends, get your family, and get your tickets now. The Houston Automotive Show, making waves and fueling adventures.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.